Hi everyone and welcome to Season 3, Episode 6 of Reputation Rebuild at Aberdeen with me, the United City FM. Welcome along. So today is a real crunch game and a crunch day for this particular series. This might possibly be the end of the series. We'll have to wait and see. I'll explain all as we get into the episode. But for today's match, we take a step out of the Scottish Premiership and we play our Euro Cup game against Krasnodar. Let's see how we get on. So, several weeks ago, we set out to see if we could get Aberdeen to the top of Scottish football again in 3 seasons or less, just because it's one of my short-term series on Reputation Rebuild. It's what I do. I go in, spend 3 seasons with a fallen giant, one that used to win the title, and see if I can get them back there in a short term. And it hasn't worked at all, to be honest. We're in our 3rd season. We're sitting in the early stages of March. We're in 3rd position in the table again. It's where we finished both times so far, and we will again. We're like 20 points behind Rangers and Celtic. We're about 5 points clear of the chasing pack to us, but we've got 3 games in hand over them. And it's all just a little bit dull now, really, because there's nothing to fight for. I can't do anything about Rangers and Celtic, and I can't do much more than I'm doing to get away from the group that are sitting behind me. So that is why potentially today could be the last episode in this series. If we go out of the Euro Cup, then there is nothing left to fight for this season, and I won't continue to put out episodes just for the sake of doing so. It doesn't make any sense. Nobody would particularly enjoy them. We have also, in recent days, played our Scottish Cup quarter-final against Dunfermline, and unfortunately, we went out of that 1-0. Very disappointing. We tried to break them down as much as we could, and it just didn't work on the day. Everybody was really flat and really done, and kind of dull and uninteresting as a game, really. So that one is kind of done. So it is just about this Euro Cup run. If we can get all the way through to the final, I might consider sticking around and doing it. But other than that, this season and this series is kind of on its way out. What can I tell you? We were at Aberdeen, we tried our hardest, and in 3 seasons or less, is it possible to get into the top of the table? Not for me, at least. Maybe 5 or 6 seasons, who knows? But that's for another series, maybe. Anyway, let's focus on today's game. We've got a game against Krasnodar in the Euro Cup. It's a trophy that potentially would cap off our time at Aberdeen, possibly. We'll have to wait and see. But if we could do it, it wouldn't be too bad. So let's see what happens today. We do have a mostly fit squad. We've only got McCrory, who is out, and he's going to be out a little while longer, 2 to 4 weeks, unfortunately. And he's one of our real key players in this central midfield slot. So other than that, everybody else is fit and healthy. So we're going full ball for today, full strength side as much as we can. So we've got Lewis in goal, Hernandez at right back, Heise at left back, Kerr and Finlay in central defence, Gruick, Ferguson and Bate in central midfield, Elliott on the right, Middleton on the left and Delap up top, with a bench of Lonvik, Demir, Goss, Campbell, McLennan, Johnston and Nisbet. So let's get into today's game and see what happens. So for this match, I have pumped the fists. I have suggested to the team I expect nothing but a win here. We have to go and do this to keep our season alive, really. So let's see how we get on. We're going to go straight into kickoff, get past all of the opening stuff for the game and go right into the first few minutes and see how we get on in the early stages. Let's see at home if we can make our home advantage count against Krasnodar in this Euro Cup match. We've got a decent chance. You would imagine that we would be at least in with a chance here. And almost, sorry, I was really taken by the fact that they got to the byline so easily and then cut it across. And they had an absolute golden opportunity and messed it up, really. But we have got a chance here. We're in decent enough sort of form, other than that recent cup match and 1 or 2 blips along the way. We're doing okay. And these are the sorts of side that we should be able to compete pretty well with. We've managed to block another shot in the box there. We are riding our luck a lot, but Middleton takes over, runs right the way down the left-hand side of the pitch, all the way to the other end, to the outside of the penalty box, and then is blocked when he tries to cross the shot, cross the ball in, and eventually it goes out for not a lot, and the highlight goes. So it's still a little bit toothless, a little bit less impactful than I'd like, really. 5 shots at goal, 2 on target, 2 and 0 for them. So we're having the better of that. We're having the better of the possession by quite a long way, 62% at the moment. Our XG rating is at 0.5, so we are pushing and we are trying, but so far, obviously, those shots at goal haven't quite been of the total standard that we need to properly test their goalkeeper and cause them a problem. Let's see what happens here with a Krasnodar long goal clearance. Easy for me to say. My teeth are not in at all today. Really struggling with my words. It happens occasionally as a content creator. Just one of those days. And I'm sure there's plenty of you out there saying, well, I haven't noticed any difference yet. But there we go. Anyway, cross comes in, and it's Elliot on this near post that got on the end of it and puts it at goal. But the goalkeeper managed to tip it round the post. And then a very poor corner kick comes in. And the goalkeeper, completely uncontested, comes out and claims it. And that'll take us through to half-time. We've had the better of every aspect of this first half, other than the fact we did not put it in the back of the net. And that could really come back to bite us later on if we can't do something about that. So we go into the dressing room and we're going to go and point the finger. I'm not happy with the performance. Just focus them on doing better and being better and pushing them forward. So we're going to go straight out into the second half, go in, fire them up, and we're going to move into the attacking mentality, only because Krasnodar haven't really done anything against us so far, and I feel they're there for the taking if we can keep pushing at them and really trying to find a way to be a bit more incisive up front. So a deep corner, but again they get it cleared. We do win it in our defensive area though. Hernandez comes out, claims that, and runs down the right hand side, keeps the ball nicely, crosses the ball in, and there's a good chance for Elliot underneath the header. And he'd got underneath the header, unfortunately, and sent it over the top. And that's another real gilt-edge opportunity that we haven't made the most of. We continue to create the chances. Where is our goal scorer? Where is the chance for Delap to show that he's on form? Middleton in the box. Another really good block from Krasnodar that time. And again, they boot it clear. And again, the highlight goes. And we've reached 67 minutes. And we are still at 0-0, having completely dominated this match. So it's time for a few changes just to see if we can push ourselves onto a winning situation here. And we've got a couple of really obvious things that we have to do. Bait in midfield at a 6.6 is not good enough. Elliot is absolutely dying on his legs here in terms of his conditioning. So he's going to have to come out. And Delap up top is on a 6.4. Those are the obvious things that we have to change. So we're going to... Bait comes out and we're going to put Campbell in. Elliot comes out and we're going to put McLennan in. And Delap comes out and we'll put Nisbet in. And that's what we're going to do. We're not going to change anything of the style of play because we're obviously opening them up enough and getting enough chances. We just have to be clinical when we do. And hopefully putting somebody like Nisbet up top, hopefully he can do that for us. We'll have to wait and see. 74 minutes in and we've got 15 minutes left. So we're going to go in and demand more from them for the last few minutes of this match to see if we can just push them into something in the dying minutes when Krasnodar hopefully are tiring a little bit and struggling. I mean, look, 15 shots a goal, only 5 for them, 61% possession for the entire match, and we have not found a way to break them down at all. That is frustrating to say the very least, and kind of typical of the way this series has gone, it feels like. But there we go. We're into extra time, so we're going to check and see if we can make another substitution because we've moved into extra time in a minute. But we're going to pump the fists again. We've been the better team. Just keep doing what you're doing. It will be fine. I kind of believe that. There's no reason why we shouldn't be able to break them down. Let's see if we can make one more change just because It's got to be somewhere in here. I would suggest we're going to probably take Gruick out and put Goss in if we can. And we can just for that fresh legs in that holding midfield role. I think it's quite important for us, that role, just to see if we can be a little bit steady in front of the defence. So that's what we're going to do, just for the fresh legs. And then we're going to come back out into this first period of extra time and see whether we can get on the front foot again and continue moving forward. We've got an XG rating, an expected goals rating of 1.88, and we have not put it in the back of the net. And that's very, very frustrating. If we go all the way to penalties, it becomes a complete lottery. And for a team like Krasnodar, who really haven't shown themselves much in this particular match, that could then potentially give them a route through. So we're going one last time to fire them up into the last few minutes of the game. It kind of looks like we're going all the way through to penalties with hardly any form of highlight in this extra time period. And we do. We are now in a complete and utter lottery as to whether we can continue with this series or not on a penalty shootout. Okay, that's interesting. So what are we going to do here? So Ferguson, what I always do, and I don't know why, but it kind of works for me, I always put my best penalty taker on penalty number 4. I feel like there's always a lot riding on penalty number 4. So we're going to do that again. So we're going to put in McLennan under, not that one, in there, under Ferguson. We're going to put Goss behind McLennan, and then we're going to put Nisbet in at number 4, followed by Middleton, Heiser, and then we'll just go down the list from there, basically. Hernandez, Finlay, Campbell, Kerr, and Lewis. And we don't have particularly good penalty takers, to be honest. Delap went off. Obviously, he could have taken one, but he was playing very poorly. We needed to reshape it at that point. So we'll see how we go here. I don't know whether I'm overly confident or not, but let's go in and let's calm them down, I think, for the penalties, just to see if we can find a way to just chill them out a little bit. Relax, pick your spot, and don't change your mind. There you go. That's what we're going to go and see whether it comes up for us. So it's Krasnodar with a first penalty kick. So Lewis with a chance to save one. Can he do us a favour in the early stages? He can't. He doesn't even move. And it's obviously we get the chance to come back. And Lewis with the first one there. Did I put my goalkeeper at the top of the list? I felt like it was, I don't know what's going on. I've lost the plot completely. I put the goalkeeper at the top of the list. Have I put it round the wrong way? Have I messed up completely? Okay, this could be a real problem. That's a good save. I'm really glad about that. I am completely befuddled by this. Campbell on the next spot kick. I don't know what happened with my running order. It felt like that wasn't quite what I was looking for at all. Maybe I just messed it up completely. But anyway, we are still even. Let's focus on these ones. Almost got that one, did our goalkeeper, but not quite. And it's Finlay who steps up. This is not the order I thought it was going to be. I wasn't paying enough attention, obviously. And he messes it up completely. And are we going out of the Euro Cup and out of this series because of my complete ineptitude at picking a penalty order? Oh, for goodness sake, what did I do? I thought I was doing it right, to be honest. And I didn't. And we go out. I'm going to have to watch this back and see what happened when I was choosing my spot kicks. I don't know what happened. Please, somebody tell me what happened. Oh, this is one of those classic YouTube moments, folks. You're not going to see this very often. A pro YouTuber for Football Manager, basically I'm not pro, but I'll call myself that anyway, chooses the complete wrong order for his penalty kicks, and the team go out because of it. That's unbelievable. I promise you, I haven't done that on purpose to end this series or anything. That was a genuine mistake. I thought I was choosing the order that I wanted to choose. I'm going to have to go back and watch this video so and find out exactly what happened. I can't be too harsh on them. It was my error. So we'll go with unlucky and move it on from there. Now, I genuinely think this is the end of this series, if I'm totally honest. I do genuinely think that. I don't think there's much point in finishing off a season where ultimately we can't achieve anything. We just can't. There's nothing for us to fight for anymore. We're sitting comfortably in third. We're not going to lose that. We're out of all the cup competitions. We could play another few matches against Rangers and Celtic and see if we can pick up some points against them. But it's just not going to happen, is it? So I think I'm going to call it there. This is a really bizarre video. It's not in any way how I thought this one was going to go. And so what we're going to do for the next couple of days, we're going to focus on my Truro City save through to the end of this week. And then next week, I'll have made the decision about what we're going to do in terms of moving the channel forward in potentially a new series or not. If you just want to focus on Truro and see if we can get to the Premier League in that one, let me know. If you want a new series, what type of new series do you want? Considering we've got a couple of months potentially before the new game comes out. So let me know all of that in the comments. Let me know how much of an absolute lunatic and idiot I am for doing what I did apparently in the penalty shootout. I genuinely thought I was choosing the right order, and obviously I wasn't paying enough attention or something. But there we go. Let me know all of that in the comments below. Tell me how much of a bad YouTuber I am. It's all fine. I can cope with it. And I will see you very soon for another episode of something, probably Truro City. And until then, thank you for joining me today for this really bizarre episode. This is going to go down in history on my channel as the most stupid thing I've ever done, probably. But anyway, thank you for joining me today. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Join my United City community for more of this kind of insanity. Who knows what will happen next? Until next time, though, take care of yourselves. I'll see you very soon. Bye for now.